Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing Ride 4. We are in the magnificent Laguna Seca on board the Harley-Davidson XR 1200X. Of course, this is part of the DLC group, USA Tribute Group. And we are going to be starting from the back of the grid. Of course, we did start from like 6th or something, so I moved over to the left-hand side to allow the AI to get through, and now we will chase them down classic Ride 4 style. Now onto the left-hand side for the Andretti hairpin of Turn 2. We'll be flicking it right in a moment's time, but Turn 3, as we get a little bit too close to the riders ahead, but the AI is never really that strong on Ride 4, so I can sort of take things easy. I don't exactly have to push too much, and I can just sort of churn my way through the lap times and get through the rest of the riders. Now, I've been playing a lot of MotoGP 21, as you know, a lot of career mode, a few live streams, and a few challenges along the way. But I decided to chuck in a Ride 4 video here today because I know still a lot of you still enjoy Ride 4, and I don't want to neglect the content on Ride 4. It's just that MotoGP 21 it's so different right now in the... Oh, look at this going around the outside and then up the inside of two people. Beautiful stuff there. Practically sliced through them like a knife through butter. That was absolutely gorgeous as we go into the corkscrew for the very first time, and we'll be doing that 4 more times. Yes, as I was saying, MotoGP 21 is getting loads and loads of content right now, and I know still a lot of you still enjoy Ride 4, so there we are today, chucking in the DLC pack. Now, it is my understanding that Milestone have made a mistake in regards to the XR 1200X group, and I believe the achievement is there, the Born in the USA achievement. Now, basically, to do the time trial in Imola, it has to be on a different track, because the lap time you're given with the bike that you've also given, it's impossible to reach. My best time was around a 55, and the goal is a 53.7, I believe. It's practically impossible. And, well, actually, it is impossible. I'm pretty good at the game, as Eddie McDowell gives us a big dash up the rear. In fact, he's gone a little bit wide there. He could end up crashing. Yep, he crashed. He's hit the gravel. That's then game over for Eddie McDowell, as his Grand Prix comes to an end. But, yes, so if you are trying to get that sort of achievement, and maybe you're trying to do that time trial, I wouldn't worry about it right now, because I think Milestone need to fix it. It does seem that it is the wrong variation of Imola. I do believe it should be the Imola GP circuit, because every other time trial in Ride 4 has been an absolute doddle, and now all of a sudden this one comes in and it's impossible. I had the exact same sector times every single time. I gave it a good 20 minutes, and usually by then there's no way I would have failed any challenge on Ride 4, but every single time it just seemed to me that I was missing out by a second. And it was really odd for me, because to be struggling that much, I was like, I'm really good at this game. Have I completely lost my touch? So I kept chucking in the lap times, and I was really quick. I was rapid through some of the sections, especially going into Tosa and then up into the rise, etc., and into the tight chicane. Everywhere, practically much, I was just going absolutely mad for it, and then got over the line. There'd be a second down. It was demoralising, actually. I was like, why am I losing so much time? So if you are wondering and you can't get the gold on that one, and if I haven't done a video on the gold yet, that basically explains why, because currently it's impossible. Fingers crossed they sort it out. I've seen in the Steam discussion groups, and I've seen online such places like Reddit, a lot of people are asking the same question. Is this the right variation? Because it is impossible for every player, and I do understand that nobody has that achievement yet, which is Born in the USA. If you have, and you've somehow done it, then I guess I need to up my game a little bit, but I'll be very surprised if that is the case. However, I do feel I have lost a lot of touch with Ride 4. I don't feel I'm anywhere near as quick as I once was. I think I'm going to have to put some more effort into it, but at the same time, the more effort I put into Ride 4 and more effort I try and get better at this game, takes me away from MotoGP 21, and it's a tough balancing act right now, especially when you're playing so many bike games. Like when I jump onto Monster Energy Supercross as well, I tend to be a little bit slower, and I tend to over-adjust, and I make too many sort of adjustments when you can be quite gentle or you can be quite aggressive with the dirt bike compared to the motorbikes. It's a tough one. And of course, with MotoGP, there's so many different styles of bikes, as in the sense of speed and power. Of course, from Moto3 to the 500cc's to the MotoGP class, there's a lot of different learning curves for you to tackle and nail. But we are about to complete the Moto3 Championship tomorrow, which of course will be held in Valencia. That'll be the last Grand Prix of the season and my last Grand Prix on Moto3 until whenever we do it again. But career mode for Moto2 will be starting next week, so stay tuned and stay ace if you're looking forward to Moto2 in my MotoGP 21 career mode. But as things stand right now, I've not really discussed the Grand Prix here in Laguna Seca. The AI are never really that competitive, but I've decided to make it a little bit sort of more interesting by holding it back and then eventually trying to attack Jade Cooper towards the end of this couple of laps. But I do feel that even watching back on my own video and on this particular video, I could see myself getting back to the old ways of Ride 4. I'm a little bit smoother, a little bit more seamless. However, when I first started, I felt like I was a little bit janky. I felt the same in Phillip Island, where I did the time trial a few days ago. It was my world record until someone else decided to beat it. And then I think they had a few of the Chinese hackers that tend to do it quite a lot, where they come in and just chuck in a ridiculous lap time on simplified settings. We're going on to the left-hand side now for turn 6. It has to be a move going into the corkscrew. If we didn't go into the corkscrew and make an overtake here in Laguna Seca, I would be doing you all a disservice. So now is a great time to dive up on the inside of Jade Cooper, flick it to the right-hand side for the bottom of the corkscrew, and there it is, the lead for the very first time for DrAce, utilising the Harley-Davidson XR1200X. And gotta be honest with you, I'm happy that we got more Harley-Davidsons in the game, because I really neglect the Harley-Davidsons because they're really not that special. But now we have some decent Harley-Davidsons. Maybe now I'll actually be able to go into and get a Harley-Davidson testing. I did the KTM testing video, and you know what? I have no idea whether I actually even uploaded that video or not. I was thinking about this a few days ago. I was deleting old files, and I deleted that one. I thought, did I ever even upload that? I need to go back and check, because I really don't think I did. If not, I'm going to have to record it again and do it. But I was doing the time trial yesterday, actually, for the one on here, for the USA Tribute group. And I did the time trial, and I did a Grand Prix afterwards with the other Harley-Davidson. And for some strange reason, it recorded my second screen, which is absolutely bizarre. I have never, ever encountered that, ever. But for this one particular video, it decided to record my second screen. So basically all I usually have on my second screen is my Audacity, so I can see what the voices I'm using. And then on the left hand side I'll have Discord, and then a few other little things. It basically just recorded that screen. But all the sounds from Ride 4. It was an absolute waste of 20-30 minutes of content just to go into the bin, because, well, for some reason my recording software decided to record the other screen. Completely unnecessary and completely annoying, but nonetheless, we're doing the Laguna Seca, and then we're doing the Virginia Raceway Circuit, another one of my particular favourite Grand Prix, so I'm very much enjoying that, and looking forward to that in a minute to start doing the voiceover for. But into turn 10, this one has been a doddle, really, really easy job. I don't think the AI put up any fight, but I do feel like we're getting back into the rhythm of Ride 4, so a victory here in the American Grand Prix puts a big smile on my face. So here we go, across the line, we've got the job done. Harley-Davidson XR1200X wins here in Laguna Seca. So we are now in the Virginia Raceway Circuit. This is the North Course variant, my actual favourite variation of this particular track. We're waiting for the clock to run down, and then away we go. Of course, I will be taking it easy going into turn 1. I do want the AI to still hold their position until around turn 2, and then we can start making the moves, or unless I fancy a little bit of an overtake. But I'm going on the left-hand side here, going for the wider line. I'll eventually then fling it into the horseshoe and try and pick up some pieces. Good to see everyone stayed on board. Everyone actually crashed a moment ago, so I had to restart the race and then do it again. It's good to see everyone is still on board their respectable motorcycles. So going to the left-hand side now for the NASCAR bend. Right onto the rear of Patricia Bouillon as we give her a bit of a bump up the rear. It's not intended, but goodness me, I forgot how the collision detection works on this game. It's a lot different to MotoGP. The MotoGP one is pretty good. You can get very close to the other rider without it actually registering as a bump or a hit. So here on Ride 4, it's something I'm going to have to readjust myself to as we get very close to the side of Jade right there as we go wide into turn 9. Go for the nice one. There's carnage ahead. Oh, good job the bike disappeared then. Otherwise, that would have been classic carnage in Ride 4. Good job the bike disappeared, I swear to God, otherwise we would have been going head over handlebars and probably ending our Grand Prix and returning to the main menu to hit that elusive restart button. But nonetheless, it's definitely made this very, very interesting now, because we'll be going into the right-hand side for the roller coaster in turn 15 in 11th place. Now, it's not what I expected starting this Grand Prix, I'll be honest with you, but I'm kind of happy that happened, and it's always good to have a bit of carnage. Any excuse to shout at the microphone is what I like, so getting into turn 19, getting onto the rear of Michael D'Angelo and Peter O'Donnell as we get between them both, And you know that beautiful slicing manoeuvre there as we dive at both men. So lap 1 is now complete, therefore meaning there's only 4 more laps of this magnificent circuit remaining, as Patricia Bouillon moves ahead of Lotta Hokkonen, and I will be pursuing them both, going into the horseshoe, potentially a lunge, going into turn 3 if we get close enough, because we got a lot of speed there. Now to dive up the inside of not 1 but 2, it's a buy 1 get 1 free sale for overtakes right now into the NASCAR bend. I certainly inherited that sail. Now into the left-hand side for the left hook, and then cheeky right for the turn 5. Why isn't that called right hook? But never mind. Turn 6, that should be right hook. No right hook. It's just 1 left hook, and the rest is up to your imagination, I guess. As we dive past Nicholas Banson. Now going into the right-hander of this very, very difficult turn 9. I tend to go for a wider line there. I do find that if you go for a tighter line, you can sort of tuck the front a little bit easier. So going for a middle-ish towards a wider line does assist me in that particular corner. But going onto the right-hand side for turn 12, I'll be waiting for a moment to attack. Jesus H! Did not mean to do that. Goodness me! Almost collaterering both of us and knocking us both off. Surprisingly, Jay Wright didn't even nudge. But we certainly felt the effect of that one. I was not expecting him to brake so... Excuse me, the lady, isn't it? But I did not expect her to brake so early. And that caught me off guard, I'll be honest with you. Now, compared to MotoGP 21, this is what I found in Ride 4 after recording a couple of videos here today. I'm finding the AI are really, really pants compared to MotoGP 21. They are braking so early in some particular corners, and they constantly make mistakes. Playing Ride 4 to MotoGP 21 and noticing the difference recently, it has really caught me off guard, honestly, because I don't remember the AI being so not optimised. Let's say. I thought I'd go for a diplomatic approach there for that one. Because in MotoGP 21, you can literally be on the limit and you cannot bump into each other. They're both so good of trying to actually avoid carnage and avoid touching. But this time, I'm finding that every time I go into brake, I just tend to touch them. So again, such as there, I would have made a very nice sort of addition to the left, a little slight movement, and that would have been through. But unfortunately, Alfred Backstrom got a bit of XR 1200 right up his backside as we dive up the inside now for turn 10. That is a beautifully organised manoeuvre, looking like Marquez as we meant for that little move there. Beautifully done. Turn 13, 14, navigated, easily done. Now onto the rear of Phoenix Trujillo and Jade Cooper, 2 Americans in their home track, are going to feel the wrath of a DrAce, of a British rider who's going around the outside of Phoenix Trujillo. Now onto the right-hand side for the hog pen, and we'll get right into the rear of Jade Cooper for turn 19. Look at the speed we managed to pick up out of that corner with the XR 1200 RM. Beautifully done with this magnificent Harley Davidson. Probably one of my most favourite Harley Davidsons now, I would probably say. Although the other one, is it the VTR or something? I can't remember what it's called. That is also fantastic as Jay Cooper. Oh, goodness me. I thought that was it then. I thought that was curtains. And Jay Cooper bangs me again. What on earth is her problem? Not even made contact with her. Made contact with a few others during this Grand Prix, but God knows what Jay Cooper's issue is with me right now. But never mind. It's already half a second lead for us as we go into the left hook. And we will rename this corner right hook because I want to say it. It's like a boxing match with just one left hook. I don't think so. You got to chuck a right hook in there as well. As we go over Snake for turn 7 and 8. Touch the grass there both times. Can you believe that? Trying to avoid that, but never mind. Braking into turn 9, going for the wider line. Lost the front. Oh, I almost saved it. I almost saved it. We had it. Oh, I was trying to pull off a Marquez save there, but we didn't manage it. And the bike skittled into the distance. And I tell you what, on the penultimate lap, that's not the place where to crash. Nowhere near, definitely not. Turn 12, turn 13, turn 14, we've got to chase them down. Alfred Backstrom, who got punted up the rear from me earlier, he'll now be trying to face my wrath in a minute when we try and chase him down. As we go into the left-hand side for turn 17, to the right for turn 18, a little bit out of shape there, going a bit too tight. Now turn 19 for the hog pen, or not hog pen, was just before it. I'm losing my marbles here as we try and chase down Backstrom, Cooper and Phoenix Trujillo if he's still there. And across the line we will go. We're going to lose 4 seconds we lost there. We lost a big chunky 4 seconds as we try and chase down the 3 riders ahead on this final lap. The lap of ages. Could we do the business? Could we chase them down and beat them? I'm pretty certain we can. but we'll try our best to try and make it clean as well as we go. Oh, very close. Alfred Bockstrom, the Swede, was feeling my pressure as we go round the outside there. Beautifully done as he's pushing onto me. My left elbow is practically touching his tyre there as we got super close to Alfred Bockstrom, but he has been defeated. Now we need to try and beat Phoenix Trio. He's getting in my way all the time. Move over, Phoenix. We're coming through. Just a matter of where, not a matter of when. Is it going to be on the right-hand side of turn 9? It isn't, not quite. Turn 9. Oh, I went for the title line there. Look how out of shape we got. As well, I'll flick it to the left and we'll try and go for the inside going into turn 11. Oh, contact made there. Put the Marquez helmet on into your ride as aggressively as Marquez as we now get closer and closer to Jay Cooper. Look at the speed. Oh, goodness me. Another big collision. Was not expecting it to go so slow as she picks me up in the corner for the roller coaster. Left-hand side for turn 16. Look how much pressure we're surmounting on her right now as we go round the outside. Beautifully done. Turn 17, turn 18, turn 19 in a moment. And we are in the lead on this final lap, as it's going to be victory once again for DrAce on board the XR1200X, the race modification, bear in mind, as we now cross the line as a victor once again here in Ride 4. Brilliant result for us as always, but guys, upon that note, thanks for watching. Like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Hit the notification bell to be alerted to every single DrAce video. And upon that note, guys, thanks for watching and ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.